And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. Set.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And Eifert has it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. We got 3 down.
Foster alone in the backfield. Here's Tannehill. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Got his left.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. To the left side here for Eifert. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Tannehill now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come up in an offset eye. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They come out here in the eye. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down. That one good. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They run again with Hyde on first. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
9 yards to go. It's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry in the final minute. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. They'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, certainly a tough loss here, but they've got to move on. I mean, you have another opponent next week. You dwell on this one, it hurts you the following week.
That's where the 24-hour rule comes into play, win or lose for all teams. Either enjoy the win for 24 or reflect on the loss for 24, then put it aside and move forward.
So for the Dolphins, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll hit the road next week to